Okay, I think we're ready to do this. Audio review, AEW All Out 2 or All Out 2020 review. Man, this was a long show, but this is different. I am doing audio, and as I promised, I said we would have a guest on here. One way or another, and we are doing this remotely through two different computers and whatnot because virus, social distance, but let my guest introduce himself so we can do this review of this show.
Oh, yes. I'm back again. My name is Kyle Coleman. And I did a couple of reviews already in the past. But this is my very first AEW review. And oh boy, let's get into it.
Yes, there's a lot to talk about. This show started at like 6 o'clock if you count the pre-show, and it basically went up to 11 p.m. or about 10:50 it ended p.m. over here in Chicago.
I want to say one thing. For all those guys, all those people who crappled how long the WWE pay-per-view was, because they dropped them down to 3 hours now. And if you crapple how long they was, you should be doing the exact same thing to this, because it went 4 hours. It felt like I was watching WrestleMania for a minute. And that's how it felt.
Yes, it was very long. It felt like a marathon. This really did feel like a marathon show, as in it felt like it went on. It felt like on forever. It's like every match, like it kept going and going, and even when it was 2 hours, it felt like 4 hours already. It's like, how long have I been watching this show again? Because it was just going on and on and on and on, and it just went too long. It really did, to the point where I was wondering how many matches we got left in this show again. Because
I remember you got asked that question. We were trying to count it down, but by the time we asked that question, it was already we were about to get into the last four matches, the main four matches that were being promoted the most.
Yeah, the title matches and whatnot, because a lot of this either felt random,
yeah,
or even if it was built up, it still wasn't really good, okay? Because there's a lot that was not really good on this show.
Did you notice how they booked the matches, like how they put the matches and stuff? Like the very first match with that cinematic nail tooth for nail match. We're gonna get to all of that, but notice like the first 2 hours, it was all matches that really was just thrown together, or it really was not really that good. They saved the last four for a reason, last four matches for a reason.
Because I didn't even really notice the pre-show matches that much. I didn't even know they were even going to have pre-show matches. I actually thought the Baker and Swole thing was going to be on the pre-show. Because when I turned to it, what was it, like Janela versus some dude or something? I didn't even know who it was. And then it was Private Party versus some Dark Order guys. I couldn't have cared less. I think it was a buy-in to get into the Battle Royale. I couldn't have cared either way. So I just didn't really give a shit.
I don't like those buy-ins, because there was one last year too, and it was like, it's no point in you having these buy-ins that these guys are not even going to be in the final four of the Battle Royal. He's not even surviving to the final four in the Battle Royal. This guy is getting knocked out immediately. So what the point of him having a match for just to get in, just to get him knocked out immediately?
Yeah, it just immediately, like, you knew they were going to be gone quick. And looking who got into the Battle Royale, you knew they were going to be gone quickly. It's like, it's Janela. Who gives a shit about him? And Private Party, I like Private Party, but come on, they weren't really going to last in that whole little Battle Royale too. So I was halfway even paying attention to those pre-show matches. I just didn't really care, okay? It was there to be there.
Yeah.
That's all it was. I just did not care. But moving on into, the main show itself, All Out, which, it's funny. I feel like if all of this would have went according to plan in the year, I probably would have been at this show tonight again 3 years in a row.
The crazy part about it, I probably would have been joining you too.
Yeah, because
to be honest with you,
I went to All In 2018. I went to All Out last year. Yeah, I went to Revolution 2 back in February. Probably the last ever pay-per-view before this whole pandemic, basically ended everything and whatnot. So I still like gloating about that though. Like, because trust me, I would have been pissed. I would have get my money if the pandemic had happened before that pay-per-view. I would like, nigga, I want my money, man. I want my money back. But I can get to gloat about that shit though.
Yeah.
It's that's really fun to gloat about, but yeah, I would have believed everything would have went as according to plan. That StarCast thing would have happened, but hey, I saved some money this year, so I'm saving a lot of money this year. But I probably would have been back there. But the first official match of this show, Big Swole, Britt Baker, a tooth and nail match. That'll be cinematic style, folks.
Spoilers, people. No tooth or nail was removed in this match. No tooth or nail was removed in this match. Okay, just to let y'all know.
This match, I don't even know what to say. This was a cinematic match. Big Swole pulled up in a car, and Rebel was there, I guess, as the secretary, and I remember she hit her with the clipboard, and when...
Remember you were saying how the other part was the other hit looked this soft.
Oh, yeah. When
that clipboard hit looked this super soft. And it was like...
It did.
Yeah, like, come on. You ain't even... She didn't really hit her with the clipboard at all.
I think it was when she hit her with her diploma because...
Yeah.
Because Swole opened a door, and they had all these little chattering teeth in there. Mm-hmm. And then Baker took the diploma, and she hit her so soft with it. I'm like, that's a soft-ass looking hit, and it's like the glass immediately broke. I said that looked bad, and they trying to put her into the dental chair, and then you see Rebel come in trying to spray her with like the stuff in the dentist and everything. Which can I just say Rebel overreacted this whole match? Like, you want to talk about overreacting?
Yeah. So how would you look at this match? Like how?
I actually thought it was going to be a legit match because they fought outside and there was like a cart and then Rebel got thrown into a trash can or something.
You know why it wasn't a regular match?
Oh yeah,
both of them are green. Okay, that's just put it like that. When you saw Big Swole 2 weeks ago against Penelope
that was horrible.
For Rebel. And then we all know Britt Baker can't go in the ring. We ain't even about to pretend like she could.
I think that's why they did this tooth and nail thing. We know Baker's horrible in the ring.
And Big Swole is probably like 2 notches above her. Just probably 2 notches. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't saying that Big Swole is crap because I just think Big Swole was dealt a wrong hand like 2 weeks ago when she would against Penelope Ford at Rebel. I think she was just dealt a bad hand. Like you have to work with these two. You know what I'm saying? Like Penelope is not really there yet. And I don't know about Rebel. I heard about her back when she was in TNA. Yeah, I heard about her, but I never seen her go in the ring.
And everybody talks about the whole infamous match with Shelly Martinez that looked god awful.
I heard about that one, yeah.
It was like one of them one night only things on TNA a few years ago, and it was really, really, really bad. Like top 10 botchamania, really bad, okay? And yeah,
I might have to check out now.
Oh yeah, and I've seen Rebel wrestle before, which I feel like she got a little better throughout the years, but then I heard she was like working as the makeup person for AEW, but now I guess they're giving her like a role into this, so they're giving her something on this show. And like I said with Baker, I don't know if she was medically cleared yet, because I remember she kept saying for many months she was going to be medically cleared by All Out.
Right.
By the time
I see she was on her feet, so I don't know if she was like medically cleared to try to go in for a full match. But I think she was good enough to do this. Just to walk around, hit people with
stuff.
Know what I'm saying? Lay down and stuff like that. So she was good enough to do that, but I don't think that leg is really 100%
healed all the way.
I don't think so. Nah. If we talking about an ACL injury, she not healed 100%. Not at all.
She's not.
Not at all.
And we've had this argument before about Baker, which I've said she's horrible in the ring.
Oh yeah, I agree with you on that.
You said she has personality, and her heel character is the only thing that's kind of getting her over.
Right, that's it. Wrestling is the only sport that you don't really have to be too good at wrestling to even get over. We can go down the names of superstars that got over the years that never really was that good in the ring. John Cena was just not starting to be good in his latter years. After probably 2011. That's what I really say. John Cena really was good in the ring. But we got to remember, with his first World Heavyweight first WWE Championship run, we were crapping all over him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and we were saying 5 moves to doom,
Yep. I feel like 2016, he was the shit again.
Yeah, there we go. And it's like, guys like that.
He was on a killer at that point in time.
This might be controversy right here, but The Rock is one of them. The Rock was never a great ringsman. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was okay. He had the most shitty looking sharpshooter I ever seen in my life. Like, the sharpshooter looked horrible. You know what I'm saying? So I was just saying, like, man, wrestling is one of those sports that you look at and like, man, you don't really have to be that good in the ring to get over. So that's what I'm with Britt Baker. Yes, of course, she needs to still work just to be better, but she needs to but at the same time, it's just how her words could get her there.
Yes, definitely, because this wasn't really much of a match. It was a cinematic match, and they threw Rebel into a dumpster, and I think they were at the dental chair, and Baker tried to use a drill and ended up stabbing, like going through the chair,
sure.
And then she grabbed this syringe of Novocaine, and I definitely know what that feels like. And trust me, I gotta go back to the dentist soon. I'm supposed to get a phone call today from my dentist, but I guess I gotta wait till tomorrow or something. I gotta go back there. But they had Swole. She ended up taking the syringe and stabbing Baker in the leg, and Rebel's like, "You stabbed her! You stabbed her!" Like, once again, overreacting. And then she put the gas mask, and I guess she was out or something. That was the finish.
So did she pin her, or
no, it wasn't even a pin? I guess she knocked her out or something.
Oh, that's all she did.
She got back up. It was just like a gas. Like, she put the gas mask on, like the gas hit her. Listen, this whole thing was shit, honestly. Okay,
yeah, it was.
I barely laughed at it. I was sick of this feud for a long time ago, which I feel like has gone on for the longest. I actually thought this was going to be on the pre-show, but I guess they had to put on the main, but this wasn't really much of a match.
If we got something to say about it, if we had something good to say about it, the only thing that we had good to say about it, the right person went over. That's about it.
That's
about it.
I have shitted on a lot of these segments they've been doing for over the past few months now. Even the one from 2 weeks ago.
All these segments. The one which we saw Big Swole in her bedroom sitting out of her bed. It's cut a promo in her bedroom. I'm like, ooh. It's like, yeah, a hell of a place to cut a promo. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and then the pizza thing they did on the other night. And,
yeah.
And you know what's so funny about Baker losing? Isn't this her first official match back?
Yeah.
After she's been hurt for the past few months and Double or Nothing back in May. And now,
I guess they did the heel get their comeuppance. The heel, the heel been talking crazy. You can't touch. Big Swole couldn't touch the heel for months and stuff, and now you got your hands.
Finally got
heel.
her hands on
her. And now we bam.
Cause my bad cutting you off, but yeah, you're right. You're right. Though, it's like I said before, she gets more TV time than the fucking champion.
Champion all the time. And that's all the time. Here's the thing. If you think like that now, she gonna get crazy TV time once that hit leg heals up.
Oh yeah,
we already know that.
Because personally, I feel like this whole division is shit.
A whole division
is shit, and I've said that for many, 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 many months now. Okay, and they have the talent. Don't get me wrong. It's just the way a lot of them have been booked. Either you have good talent that are booked like shit, or you push the folks that suck already, okay? That people don't really want to see on TV, but hey, we gotta get everybody on TV one way or another, or there's some women you barely even see on TV in general half the time.
Yeah, what I would do is I'll just do the Vince McMahon route. Well, I'll pay you this money, but we barely gonna put you on TV. That's how I'll do it. I don't know about anybody else, but that's how I do it. If Vince McMahon, I ain't saying he the best at what he doing and everything, but I just, man, as soon as I see you not really drawing or not really getting that much reaction, or the crowd is not really feeling you, yeah, you under the payroll, but I just not gonna put you on the show. That's all it is.
And you know, it's funny to me. People say, you gotta give it time, man. You gotta give it time. Nigga, we giving them like 11 fucking months. How much time I gotta keep giving folks?
It's about to be a year next month.
A year they've been on TV and everything. So, and I look who's booking. We gotta remember who's booking the women too. It's either what, Omega or Brandy Rose. Which, come on, even Brandy gets more TV time than the champion. She's horrible. There you go. That's another example and everything. So it's like I've given them so much time. And trust me, we're going to be talking about the women again later on. But this whole first thing was bad. This wasn't a match. This was a cinematic match. It was a dentist match. And in some sort of way, it was a waste of time at the same time, too. Okay, so hopefully this feud is over and they can move on to something else, because this is probably like the only other women's feud that has gone on, honestly, the longest in time in this company, okay? Because I was just glad it was over. Yeah. But moving on, though, next, Young Bucks versus Jungle Express. Tag match. Basically, this match was made at the last minute because they won a 8-man tag on Wednesday. And now both of these teams are facing each other, which is now the Young Bucks are trying to be more serious now.
Right. Well, to say about this match, it was your typical Young Bucks match. The Spot Fest. It was a lot of times that I thought the match should have ended, but it didn't end there. I guess this is a match that they try to get the Young Bucks over as the more serious Young Bucks, the guys who, been betrayed by Adam Page, and they just want to, whoop everybody. And so they even had a part where, I forgot which Jackson it was that super kicked Marco's son.
Yes, the midget.
They were just trying to get them to be more serious. I guess that's what the match was intended to do.
Which that gets a plus from me, because I just don't like that motherfucker anyway. So
I don't like Marco's son.
I don't like him. I don't like Janela. And my friend Steven asked me this the other day while we was watching the show. He asked, like, why do I hate on this dude so much? And he's shit. I don't think he's good, okay? He's not good. He think I got real life beef with the dude or something online. Like, he did some shit to me. I just think he fucking suck, okay? Like, same with Marco Stunt. I'm not about to believe this 4-foot midget can take on anybody. Like, I thought it looked so stupid almost, 3 weeks ago when Omega has to sell to him? Yes. It looked stupid when Archer had to sell to him at one point.
No. Did you see the part where, with one of the Young Bucks, he had pulled one of the Young Bucks down off the apron. I'm like, so he's strong enough to knock you off the apron?
And he's injured too? And he's injured with one leg?
Come on, man. That's stop it. That's really stop it. That's stop it.
I have said this many times before. I like the Jungle Express. Don't get me wrong.
I like Jungle Boy.
I like Jungle Boy. I like Luchasaurus to an extent.
Yeah,
but
me too.
Marco Stunt just brings the whole group down for me, okay? I have said this many, many times in the past. The Jungle Express, they're a marketable team. I get it. It's a boy and his dinosaur, caveman and whatnot. Yeah. I understand that. What in the hell is a Marco Stunt? Son. Why do you have this 4-foot midget following along with you? It makes zero sense. It's not believable. It looks dumb. It looks like it's some indie level shit, which I hear a lot about this company nowadays anyway when people say that. And I just don't think he should be out there or even involved in the match or just even be in the match in general. It just brings it down.
How I felt about this match was it did the job that it was intended to do. It meant to get the Young Bucks over as a more serious tag team, and it did that job. Cause at the end they just completely just murdered Jungle Boy. They just completely just annihilated him.
Yeah, and I think Jungle Boy showed some heart at the end, but dude kicks out a double super kick. And then they get.
That's one thing I don't like about these matches too. It's too many kickouts. It's too many kickouts and important. I mean, it's too many kickouts out of important move. Like 2 super kicks right after I just one time bomb you while you were hanging off the middle rope. And I just one time bombed you out there off the middle row. Then I just super kicked you, not only one, twice, double super kick you, and then you still jump out. I don't understand that logic.
And it's not like they were beating up a giant or someone big. And like, come on, Jungle Boy's not the biggest dude out there, okay? No.
So why did it take that much to put Jungle Boy down?
Yeah, because Luchasaurus, he jumped into the crowd and he was already done after that. But the Bucks just, hit everything on him just to kill him, and he kept kicking out. Don't get me wrong. I guess like I said before, he showed some type of heart at the end, but it's like when it comes to the Young Bucks, you know it's going to be a spot fest.
Yeah.
You know it's going to be a spot fest with these guys. And don't get me wrong, I fell for it for the past few years. Listen, the whole super kick thing has just been overused at this point. Like, hey, I can hit you with 50 super kicks, but you can still kick out at one.
Right.
I can hit you with a Canadian Destroyer so many times, you can still kick out at one.
Hey, crazy part about it, I was talking to my cousin earlier this week about this super kick into the clothesline spot that they be doing, that some of these wrestlers be doing. I super kick you, but you ain't down yet. I clothesline you, then I'm down. Like, hold on, the logic of that type of spot, it's just mind blowing. Like, I just super kicked you in the face, dude. You not knocked out or not even a little dazed. Oh, you had enough energy to turn around and clothesline me right afterwards. Like, that logic of that type of stuff, it's just, it's I don't know.
Yeah, it's like just keep getting back up, and everything.
The Young Bucks don't sell.
Oh, they really don't sell. They do not sell. I've noticed that.
They can't sell a snow cone to a kid in 90-degree weather. Like,
come on, shit.
Like, come on now, man. Like, that's stop.
And it's funny. I like the Young Bucks, but I like them to an extent nowadays and whatnot, because it's like I'm trying to like them still, but some of the shit they do sometimes is like, okay, here we go. Spot Fest again, and this is what this was. This was basically another Spot Fest. Giving them an edge, I don't mind that, but Spot Fest, you knew they were winning.
Yeah, we already knew that. It's a prolonged storyline. We gonna get to that. No more spoilers, but we gonna get to that. But it's just prolonged storyline.
So that's all I can really say about this tag match Spot Fest. Next, the Casino Battle Royale to get a future shot at the AEW title.
This was my first time really watching a Casino Battle Royale.
Really now?
Yeah, this is my very first time.
Yeah, I've been there live to see about 2 of them, I believe. Now, this works. It works like an interval thing. Like, it's like 5, like cards, like the diamonds, the hearts, and all that. And they started off with like the first batch of people: Christopher Daniels, Jake Hager, The Blade, Phoenix. I think that who was out. Yeah, that was out there, and who was all out there. And I'm not about to call every move in this. I'm trying to call the biggest things that was in there, because we saw more people come out, like Kaz, Santana and Ortiz, Chuck Taylor, Will Hobbs. I don't know a lot about this Will Hobbs guy, but he's pretty good.
I saw him in, remember I told you I had watched Dark?
Yeah.
And that's when I saw him.
He's not bad.
Not bad at all.
He's pretty decent. Big dude.
Big dude, yes. Big dude.
Big dude. He's got potential. I like the guy. I don't know a lot about him, but I'm digging it.
Yeah. I watched it, but when I watched Dark.
Yeah, because I'll give him that. And who was like the third batch? Badass Billy Gunn, which I was almost kind of surprised he was gone that fast after doing a famous surge too.
I know, right? I think he did like 2 famouses, but
told somebody to suck it, and that was it.
Who eliminated him? Brian Cage. Yep.
It kind of makes sense.
It makes
Cage.
Sense.
Okay,
right. It makes Cage look like a beast.
Yes, it does.
Eliminated Billy Gunn, who looked better than half of those guys.
Oh yeah, Billy looks better than half the roster, which I'm surprised he doesn't get a bigger push on this show. And he's like, a trainer or something?
Yeah, he a trainer.
I know you haven't really seen his kids wrestle that much, but Billy can still fucking go. Okay, yeah, Billy's still the shit. All right,
Billy was a natural athlete. He just was a natural athlete. Even back when he was in his heyday, you could see how much of an athlete he was.
DX and everything. Yeah, it almost sometimes amazed me this guy was never the world champion. I think it was because of Mike's skills. I believe.
Oh no, it's because The Rock had
Oh yeah, The
him.
Rock. Yeah, let's get
My name is Billy promo.
God, like Bob. My name's Billy. It doesn't matter what your name is. Killed him.
That killed him.
And then he just went back into DX and tagging Outlaws and Road Dogg and whatnot. So, but I still think the guy looks in incredible shape.
Yes, he is. I'm very good shape. Very good.
Which I'm surprised he doesn't get a push on here. Because who else was in this batch? Pentagon Jr. or Pentagon El Zero. I think they changed his name due to something. I think it's Penta El Zero. I gotta look it up, but I don't think they're calling him Pentagon Jr. anymore. Ricky Starks was out there. Darby Allin, which, he came in with a skateboard and everything and whatnot. And, well, what else? I know Santana Ortiz ended up knocking out, I think it was Chuck Taylor and everything. And then the fourth batch was Eddie Kingston, Sean Spears, who immediately walked the commentary, which I forget he's even there sometime because he hasn't even interacted with, FTR, and he's supposed to be part of his team, which even my friend Steven said, the guy looks aimless out there because he's got nothing going on.
Nothing going on.
Like I've said it before.
Yeah, I'm going to take your manager and give it to FTR. You cool with that?
Cody killed his career. He was more over when he was Todd Dillinger.
Yeah, right. He was the number 10. The 10 gimmick was way over than what he doing now.
And I like Sean Spears when he had the chair and he hit Cody and he was calling himself the chairman. I was digging that.
Yeah.
But the minute he lost to Cody, the minute he lost to him,
you said it earlier.
He was done.
Whoever lose to Cody. After you lost to Cody, you are done.
Oh yeah, you're nearly done. It's like you're done, and it's hard to come back.
Come back from it.
It's hard to come back. That's Jeff Jarrett too. Some would say, or maybe Triple H, but mostly Jeff Jarrett. When it comes to Cody Rhodes,
we call that man Baby Jeff Jarrett.
Because when he was out there, because I'm trying to see who else they had. Eddie Kingston, The Butcher, Sonny Kiss, and Lance Archer. Which Archer literally jumped in and took out everybody, and Sonny Kiss eliminated Jake Hager.
Look like a straight monster.
Oh yeah, Archer looked like a monster. Because Sonny Kiss eliminated Jake Hager, which was
the most surprising elimination I saw all night. Because everything else was cool until I saw that, and I was like, "What, they gonna bury Jake Hager?" Because that's all I'm looking at. You burying Jake Hager. Because you couldn't tell me that Jake Hager got thrown out by he ain't even a mid-card level guy. He really a lower mid-card level guy.
He's Jericho's henchman.
No, I'm talking about Sonny Kiss.
Oh, Sonny Kiss.
Sonny Kiss ain't a mid-card level guy. He really just a lower mid-card level guy. Like,
yeah, when it comes to him and Janela are a team, right?
Yeah, they're a team.
Yeah, I personally,
they are dark most of the time.
Yeah, and, I had this argument with my friend the other night too, like kind of going back to what I said about earlier when he was talking about why would they throw Janela to the wolves like that on Dynamite to Jericho and everything, and because they've been getting wins.
Job guy.
Like they've been getting wins on Dark. I was like, I don't give a fuck of him, nigga. Like fuck him.
When people mention Dark, I just say, don't talk to me about Dark.
I don't watch it.
Nobody watches Dark. I don't care what nobody says. Nobody, they could be like, oh man, they hit a better number than AWA. First off, you shouldn't even be proud of that. That's not anything to be proud of, people. It ain't like NWA will making killer numbers. You not making killer numbers. Nobody watches Dark. Nobody cares. It's a whole bunch of guys that we don't know. And that if you're not on Dynamite, that tells me already that you really nobody really paying attention to you, and the company is not really paying attention to you.
And I'm glad my friend kind of gives me like at least a little information about it, but when you go to Dark, it's almost like it's in point of no return. Like, when I'm seeing Phoenix on there punching the freaking air and everything, it's like, why, even they say, why is Phoenix on Dark? Why is he even on Dark in general? Or Lance Archer's on there. That tells you fallen.
Right. It's like you trying to tell me to watch Main Event. You know what I'm saying? Like, you forcing me to watch Main Event and try to make it seem like Main Event should be held on the highest esteem. No, I'm not about to watch main event. Just like I'm not about to watch Dark. They on the same level to me. You put all your job guys on AEW. I mean, you put all your job guys on main event. Just like you put all your job guys on Dark.
Yeah, why is Jake Hager fighting Marco Stunt on AEW Dark?
Man,
what the fuck is that?
That was crazy. They promoted the match like it's something like I see the AEW Dark match card every day on Facebook, and I be seeing it, and then I look like. They really promoted this match? Nobody watches Dark. This is the reason why nobody watches Dark. I'm not about to watch a 4-foot guy going against a 6'5" guy. That's just not.
It makes no sense. And I've seen some of the botches on Dark due to Botchamania and how bad it is on there, or I see it on Twitter half the time. It's like I said, with Phoenix punching the air, I didn't even know about it until I saw it on Twitter, and I looked at the clip, and it's like, why is he punching the air? Why would they film that?
I watched Kip Sabian versus Naka, what that man name? Michael
Naka's, him. Oil guy right there.
My God.
Thank God we don't see him on TV.
It was so dark. He's so dark. You know why he's so dark? Because you're not gonna get that baby oil gimmick
on TV.
On TV, you just not.
It sucks. It fucking sucks. It's stupid.
I would be embarrassed if somebody came in the room that's a non-wrestling fan. They came in the room and saw this man pour baby oil on himself. They gonna think I'm down there watching a porno or something.
Hey, he's Kenny's friend, so I didn't know where they got this dude from. And you know, the only reason why I heard about him because I was watching B&E Elite half the time, and he was brought up, and I'm like, okay, who is this Nakazawa guy? And trust me, I haven't watched B&E Elite in a long time since like the Revolution episode, so I haven't not watched it, but I just remember to mention his name, Michael Nakazawa. And then when I see what this guy looks like, I'm like, why is this guy pouring oil all over himself? I don't. And then he kept doing it every match.
You know how old this man is?
How old is he?
He is in his 40s. I just found that out probably a couple of weeks ago. I probably could be wrong, late 30s, but
hey, he's Kenny's boy, so I don't know, man. I'm just glad I don't really see him on TV, to be honest.
So this company, this big company, the second in the U.S. basically next to the WWE.
Supposedly.
Yeah. So this company, what they do? Just hire all these friends or something? Like, hey,
I've heard that line from many places before.
Like you can't tell me that you can't find anybody else better. That's what you trying to tell me? Or WWE took all your talent? Took all the talent away from you? Y'all can't really sign anybody? Because you know the women division suck. It's over with. Yeah. And I know WWE basically took... TNA did too. Impact did too. Impact got a way better... Women's division.
Oh, they do. Like, right now, they are stacked with the knockouts. I would say that they got a real good division right now over there.
The knockouts are very nice. Old girl that came out from NXT is
Deonna Purrazzo. Yeah, they didn't know what to do with her in WWE. So yeah, she's a shit right now.
She gonna build her stock up. She gonna build it up.
Impact got her over in 2-3 weeks than WWE did in over a year.
Yeah.
Tells you something. I look at a lot of women down there like Taya and Jordan Grace. Or
you should have known that back in the mid 2000s. That they could have got they can go. The women's division. They can make a decent women's division because in the mid 2000s when they was hot, man, Gail Kim, Awesome Kong, and even Christy was trying to get it better, and she got better once she went over there.
Yep.
The beautiful people, they were decent. It's like it was a lot. It was a lot of women that could go down there.
Yeah, the Knockouts division ain't never been lacking. They never really lacked it that much. So I can sit there and tell you that they got a better division than AEW's women division right now. But I'm trying to see what else happened in this match. I know we're getting off the topic. Now let's get into these dangerous spots right here. Let's talk about the body bag thing.
Oh my!
With the thumbtacks in there.
I didn't even know it was thumbtacks until you told me.
They put Darby Allin in a body bag full of thumbtacks and threw him out the ring. That looked really reckless. And why did they even need? It was very dangerous. And why did you need to do this spot? Like sometimes Darby with these spots, man.
It ain't like we're gonna see the man being impaled by thumbtacks. We're not. We're not gonna see this man getting impaled by thumbtacks. So what's the point of you even putting thumbtacks inside the bag to throw him? It ain't like it was gonna be in our visual. We just basically thinking it's either one, there's no thumbtacks. Two, we can't see nothing. We can't see him selling anything.
Yep. And it just looks dangerous. And listen, man, Darby Allin does some real dangerous shit sometimes. Now, even I wonder, is this guy really hurt or whatnot? Because wasn't the last pay-per-view that happened, he got hurt when Cage threw him out the ring while holding on top of the chip or something?
Yeah.
And it fell horribly, and he did kind of get fucked up a little. So there's sometimes the stuff Darby Allin does. I call him, he's like a hybrid version of Jeff Hardy.
Yes, he is.
/ Sting in a way and whatnot. And I like Darby Allin, but
me too.
Damn, this was just dumb and ridiculous.
Yeah.
Okay, this like body bag full of thumbtacks.
And I'm gonna body slam you.
I'm gonna throw your ass out the ring. With that.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, I'm sitting like, he is alive, right? and then we get to the final person that came out, which I'm sure this has been talked about all night and currently as we're talking right now.
Man.
Matt Sydal, the final entrant.
My God, that was...
The minute he hit the ring, he did a shooting star slip. Nobody knocked him. Slip and nearly fucked himself, breaking his neck.
I'm glad that he really landed on his backboard than his neck, because it looked like he, at first, when I first saw it, I thought he landed on his neck. But when I saw him land on his back, I was like, all right, he cool, he good.
He recovered, and listen, I know he's been the talk of tonight, probably the biggest. This will be on Botchamania.
Yeah, most definitely.
And I like Matt Sydal, don't get me wrong, but even some people said this is probably the most attention Matt Sydal has had in
years,
possibly the past 10 years, possibly when did he get released from WWE, like 2011, 12, and I've seen Matt Sydal throughout other companies in time. I've seen him wrestle in New Japan. He was in Impact like a couple years ago, I believe, and I thought he was really doing good over there until he left, and I didn't know what he was doing then after that, and Matt Sydal can still go, but that right there basically just made him internet famous for the wrong reasons and whatnot. And hopefully he was okay and he didn't really get hurt that badly, but I'm like, good God, man. I'm like, folks was trying to die on this whole pay-per-view tonight, okay? Everybody's been saying that. Niggas been trying to die on this show, like, for real. And you just go back and look. I'm like, literally, he hits the ring. Shooting star.
He didn't even get to do the shooting star. He didn't even get to even try to attempt the move. That's the crazy part about him, because I don't even know what move he was trying to attempt. I was just guessing the shooting star. But man, he landed right on his back.
But, he did recover later on in the match, but
he was like some of the last people that were still in the ring.
Yep, some of this shit in this battle royale was just downright retarded at the time, okay? And I'm not saying his spot was retarded, but oof, man, that was tough. That was just bad to look at right there. Like, even in the chat room I saw tonight, everybody just kept playing that same clip over, and I've seen wrestlers somewhat get mad online from different companies. Why are you all laughing at him and everything? Listen, man, botches happen all the time in wrestling. Okay, I watched how many episodes I've seen of Botchamania? A lot since the beginning. All right. And this was gonna go in there, like
how with your friend trip and fall, and so you just want to make sure he cool. And once he cool, you start laughing. That's what it was with Matt Sydal.
Oh yeah.
As soon as I saw he was cool, I just started laughing.
I didn't think he was even gonna be the final person. I'm like, oh shit, it's Matt Sydal. I haven't heard of him in like the past year or two and whatnot.
Right.
Like ever since he had left Impact, so. Just immediately he hits the ring and he is done. But he did come back. I know he eliminated Spears, I believe, and I'm trying to see who was really left in there. I think it was like Hobbs and Archer facing off, which looked pretty good.
I want to make this joke right.
Okay, go ahead.
It's so crazy that Spears goes to another company that he thought they were gonna push him, but his wife is on at the other company, and she about to get ready for a push out of this world. Push. Right? Like, hold on, you left the same company that your wife about to get a major push in. I bet her push is gonna be way better than yours.
Yeah, because the last time Spears was on a pay-per-view, he was getting his ass slapped by fucking Goldust out there. And I imagine Vince would have came up with that segment, but they came up with it before him. So I'm like, at least the 10 thing was over over. This dude, I was like, he is dead. He's done. And people thought he was going to be some big star. And I was having a little bit of hope for him at first, but I like I said before, man. Cody.
Even if Vince don't show you on TV as much, if you a star, you a star, and people gonna notice you. Even if he don't even push you on TV as much, people gonna notice that you a star because stars always stands out, no matter what the situation is. He never stood out to me. He just really never stood out. He never stood out with
he
the
was in developmental for like 10 years, if I remember.
There we go. That man was. He was. People tend to forget. We mentioned this before on the show. We mentioned this before. He was around for the ECW new wrestling and new wrestling initiative. He was around then. So that lets you know. That lets people know that he been around forever. It been, what is that, 12 years right there? That's 12 years.
And then NXT, and then the 10 thing, he was a heel, but then he became face. And I remember, like, he was getting over, and then when they brought him to SmackDown, I was actually looking good for the guy. I was like, the 10 thing is over. Mm-hmm. He looked cool. I remember when he debuted, I thought it was cool.
He had a pay-per-view match in Backlash. I remember when he first
AJ?
Uh-huh.
Yep, and that was good. But then it got to the point where he just became a running joke, and then he was gone from the company. And yeah, like I said, AEW, I'm like, okay, he's heel. I'm digging it. Like I said, I'm not trying to repeat myself from earlier.
That's what I
had some size on him.
Yeah, he packs the muscle. I do dig that.
You had Tully with you. He's got Tully Blanchard, and
I thought the part where he smashed Cody in the head, like we just mentioned before, like, oh, okay, then the wheels up in motion then all of a sudden.
Then All Out happened last year.
And the wheels got flattened.
And they run, it's like I said, I said this, I'm not trying to go back because we already talked about this earlier. Yeah. When you go from Cody to a feud with Janela, you know there's something wrong with this picture.
All right, let's get back on track.
But yeah, it was like Archer and Cage going at it, which that needs to be a one-on-one match in the future. Right, yes. Even Hobbs, too. But Archer, Archer kicked them out. And then, like, the final four, we got Seidel, Eddie Kingston, The Butcher, and Archer, which Archer... Yeah, him and Seidel did take out The Butcher, and then Archer did the blackout, which that almost looked like an injury. And my friend caught this, too. The dude, when he hit that blackout, almost like his face almost got smashed in his head. Like his whole head and neck could have just barely got that blackout move. Yeah. Barely got it in there. But that was almost another close. Like I said, a lot of near-death injuries tonight. But Seidel, I think he was gone next. And then it was, Eddie Kingston and Archer near on the top rope and everything. And the Blade tried to come back. And Jake Roberts, which I'm assuming had a snake in that bag, kept hitting Kingston with it, and Archer was able to, I guess, kind of knock Kingston into the, into his teammates and everything to the ground. And Lance Archer won the Casino Battle Royale. Thank God, because this is who I wanted to win anyways.
Right. We were talking about Lance Archer, and we were talking about how they dropped the ball with him. And like we just said, once again, I guess it's going to be a reoccurring thing. You go against Cody, you just go down the card. Because he had a good feud with Cody. Then all of a sudden, he lost to Cody for the TNT Championship. And then all of a sudden, you just see him on Dark going against Joey Janela. Yeah. Like, whoa, wait a second, time out. So I guess they were trying to build him on Dark. But people were like, man, he was going crazy on Dark. He had racked up 13 wins. But
who did you really beat?
Me beating up a whole bunch of jobbers don't really mean anything.
And then when he was on Dynamite, he was just doing backstage interviews with Jake, and he just kept beating up these random job guys and throwing them in the trash cans. Because they fumbled the ball. I said this before tonight, like, they had fumbled the ball when Cody beat him. They fumbled the ball.
Yeah, they Cody should never have beaten him. Yeah, but I see what they were trying to do for the TNT title, but they should never have Lance Archer go against him for the TNT title then, if that was the case.
Because they were building him really strong and everything. And, some people will tell me that, you all were putting, if I was your boy, you was putting Archer over so big and everything. Because some people he was never that good. Because there's this argument where people say, he had one good match in New Japan against Will Ospreay, and he did really good in the G1 last year, and now you all think he's the shit. I thought he improved really big last year, okay? I thought he really did. And he did improve. I saw the G1. I watched what Archer was doing over there when he was in the Killers Elite Squad, but when he had his own singles push, he was doing great over there. It's just when Cody beat him, that's when everything started falling off then. Yeah. So now this is a step in the right direction. He won, and he does get a future AEW title shot, which we won't get to the main event yet, but that already kind of tells you who's going to win the main event. But I was glad Archer had finally got something going on because I already questioned how they were pushing him, and even my neighbor had said at one point, saying what they need to do is have these super heavyweights fight each other and whatnot, especially like we said earlier, Archer and Cage. That's a money match.
That's a
draw.
Yeah, people will pay to see two
big
behemoths
dudes to kick the shit out of each other, and they can move fast.
Yeah.
Cage doing fucking hurricane ranas.
Did you see
springboards?
That flip? Did you see that flip that he did when he with Archer was trying to suplex him? And then I'm looking like a man his size ain't supposed to move like that.
Cage is unreal. Trust me, I've seen him live. I was at Bound for Glory back in October. I've seen him live. The guy's the shit. I'm telling you,
he's a unreal freak athlete. That's what he is.
Definitely. Next, this is a tough one. Matt Hardy versus Sammy Guevara, Broken Rules match.
Man.
There is a lot to say about this.
Man. Let's just say, all right, cool. They started out in the back. They started out in the back.
I don't know what version Matt Hardy this was.
Matt Hardy was in between the version 1 and Broken Matt Hardy. And
he was near the football.
No. That mesh shirt looked like Hardy Boy.
Hardy Boy, Matt Hardy.
Yeah.
98.
Yeah, there we go. That's what I was
1998.
Thinking. He was in between Broken Matt Hardy and 98 Matt Hardy. I don't know which one, but I guess it was a fused version of them.
And they go to the football field nearly, and they got Guevara immediately with a car trying to run him over like they ran over Guevara.
Uh-huh.
But then they got to the table area where they brawled a little, but then this is the spot everybody is talking about then. Like I said, they were near a table. I know they crashed near some trash cans, but they both climbed up a ladder, and I think Matt, I don't know if he was going to go for a twist of fate, but Guevara ended up pushing, spearing Matt Hardy through the ladder, going through the table, and Matt bangs his fucking head to the ground.
Straight concrete.
And now, you said it, the ref pulled the X sign up.
And see, they did it. The crazy part about it, I saw it just at the last second when they pulled the camera, but I saw Aubrey throw up that X, and I knew it then. I'm like, oh yeah, he's not moving.
He ain't moving.
Yeah, he ain't moving.
I'm like, oh man, he ain't moving. He could really be
tried his best, but that's that old school wrestling. He
wanted to finish it.
He wanted to finish the match.
But when they put the camera on Guevara and they barely put it on Matt, and then Matt was still trying to fight, but he was stumbling to the ground.
He was stumbling so hard. Aubrey threw it up again. She tried to end the match. And the official tried to toss the match. I could tell the conversation. You can't hear it, but you could tell the conversation was more like, Matt, hey, let's go to the hospital, Matt. You not good. He basically telling them off like, hey, no, I want to finish this match. Let me finish the match.
Because either that or my friend says he must be really good at selling. He must be selling that good. But if I see the X sign being thrown up,
I saw it twice. And some people are like, well, this is probably part of the angle. Like, I hope it was. Well, I don't think it was. First of all, I hope it was for Matt's sake. I hope it was. For the viewer's sake, I hope it wasn't. Because now, if you don't use that in a storyline, if you're going to use that as a storyline, I'm not going to believe the X sign ever again once you throw it up again. Because now you got me thinking like, oh, it's a lie. It's a part of the storyline. Oh, he really messed up? Oh, okay, then you're going to have to show me medical records now.
And then they had to call on the doctor, and they did call off the match for a second, like, yeah, it's done. He's really hurt and everything. This was just a horrible botch, and possibly could have killed him at the same time,
Yeah,
too.
It could have killed him.
And then, you know, it was helping Hardy get to his feet, but Matt was still talking. I guess he still wanted to continue the match and say he was going to delete him and everything. But we know when Matt was headed up the stage and whatnot, I guess the commentary team was saying anything and whatnot. But then Guevara ended up coming back and attacking him. So, all right, I guess the match is still on. They rang the bell again. And, you know, Matt, I think he did a DDT, Guevara did a DDT on Matt on the concrete, but they fought near some scaffolding, and you even said Matt looked like he was slipping while climbing it.
Yeah, he couldn't even really climb it. He couldn't even really climb the scaffold.
And Matt ended up pushing Guevara off of the scaffold, and you know, they counted to 10, and it was over. Obviously, I think it was an audible call.
Right, and Matt was supposed to win in the first place.
I knew it because it was a loser leaves like AEW thing. If Matt lost, he had to leave AEW. And, you know, good on Matt. He still continued and he finished the match. But I think this was an audible, and they just had to rush the hell out of this.
Yeah,
now, I know they
said probably was supposed to be a lot longer than that.
Yeah, I think it would have been longer. I think it would have. But just that spot right there, like, that was legitimately scary right there. Like, he was really fucked. And it has been reports, and they've talked about it tonight, that he's been evaluated at the doctor or whatever hospital, which, you know, I don't know if they just said, like, he's getting checked out. I'm assuming it's probably going to be a concussion and everything. But do you think the match should have continued? Or, you know, Matt, he toughed it out. Don't get me wrong. You think it should have continued?
If I was Matt, no, I wouldn't continue it, because I could have further a worse injury. You know, I could have made it a lot worse. If I was Matt, no. But here's the thing: we talk about wrestlers, bro. You know what I'm saying? Their mindset is a lot different from a normal person mindset. They a warrior type mindset. Oh, I want to go through this. I don't care. We got to remember days like Triple H, when he tore that quad off his butt.
Oh, yeah, he still continued it.
He still continued that tag team match. You know, they not going to call it quits unless they got to be buried under the ground. You know, that's when they're going to start calling it quits.
And this is what, the second time Guevara has hurt Matt Hardy?
I say one time I'll be like, all right, forgive you, bro.
Yeah, threw the chair at his head.
Yeah, I forgive you. You probably did.
Because he got hit the first time. But
the second time, you can't tell me this not a dangerous worker now. This is not the first time. And then, I mean, this is not the second time right after, like probably a few months after the first time. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
If it was a few months after the first time, it's the second time it happened. All right, cool. Damn, Sammy, just be careful. But it was the second time within a month.
Yeah, a month. Yeah, this was like a few weeks ago.
It was just a few weeks ago. I just cracked your skull open. Now I'm about to crack it open again. Like,
yeah, this is the second time in a row. Second time in a row now. So
yeah.
I'm like, well, that's 2 times he didn't hurt Matt Hardy now. Yeah. So what do you take from this and everything? Because first off, I said before, like a couple weeks ago, like, weren't they bleeding real bad? Like last week when they did that tables match, which that went so fast that they had to do another one so Matt could get his win back. And they were bleeding bad out there. So it's like I said, people were trying to die on this show tonight. They really were. and you know, even my friend Steven, he just sent me a message up like a couple minutes ago that fans are pissed about the whole Matt Hardy thing and how that match went. Like, he hasn't sent me nothing back yet. Like, what? Like, is it because the match continued or how it went so fast? Because I don't know if this dude was selling or, you know, I do believe he was legitimately hurt.
Yeah, because you can't sell being clean, knocked out like that. Your body it's a difference when you looked at a person that plays knocked out and they can.
I didn't think he was gonna get up for a second.
He looked clean, like he was out of there. He looked like nobody is home at all. Nobody is home.
Yeah, and like somehow he was able to snap out of it and like, I'm gonna continue this thing. And you know, I think he was just trying to play it off to the end, but you knew they was gonna take him to a doctor. I don't know if he'll be on TV this Wednesday. I don't know, but if there's a report that says he comes back, like if there's some report that says he suffered a concussion, then yeah, he literally got knocked the fuck out right there.
Yeah.
But it's like you said before about the whole Guevara thing, man. Like, this is 2 in a row now. He didn't threw a chair at my head. Now what? I knocked
the crazy part about it, he don't box for nobody else. It must be a Matt Hardy thing or something.
I'm not really sure what's going on with that.
Hardy thing because he don't box. I watched plenty of good Sammy Guevara matches. I even watched his very first match on AEW against Cody Rhodes. I never seen him box this many times with a wrestler other than Matt Hardy. Like, it must be something. I don't know what's going on. I don't
know, or it's bad timing, the communication or whatnot, but like this right here was just this was rough, and they had to call an audible. They had to call an audible, and they just had to rush the hell out of it.
And I love this.
Only went 9 minutes.
This is really the reason why I love wrestling, because they could come up with stuff on the fly.
On the fly.
That was an on the fly finish. We're gonna climb up this scaffold. I'm gonna throw you down. Boom. Who comes up with that? That's very brilliant.
Which I think that may have been the original plan, though. I think they just had to skip to the ending.
Right. And skip this part, then just go straight to the ending. We got to. My head is hurting. I gotta go to the back.
I gotta go. We gotta go to doctor for real, like this time. Okay, so yeah. Hopefully Matt is good, but this was scary situation. Like I said, that was like 4 near-death things in under an hour in between 2 matches. Motherfuckers damn near dying out here. But next we go to the women's title match, the first actual, I would say, wrestling match on the show.
First wrestling match. We just went through 4 matches already with gimmicks. Y'all. And now we get a real wrestling match, y'all.
We had a dentist match, a spot fest, a battle royale, and whatever the hell that was with Matt Hardy and Sammy Guevara in a broken rules match, because somebody really could be possibly broken right there. But now we get to an actual women's match. AEW Women's Champion Hikaru Shida, NWA Women's Champion Thunder Rosa. This was good. I will say that, but it's almost like it didn't really get out of first gear. And honestly, I thought Thunder Rosa was damn near kicking Shida's ass throughout a majority of this match. Like, Thunder Rosa looked strong, because I said this about last Wednesday with Thunder Rosa. Like, that was like one of the best women's matches AEW probably had ever in a long time between her and Serena Deeb. Okay, because it's just a shame though is that you had to pull 2 women, one from a whole different wrestling company, and the other one that was a trainer in the WWE and whatnot back, and she was in the Straight Edge Society. That tells you something how they built their women's roster. And trust me, and there wasn't a lot of build to this too, because number one, we barely even see Shida on TV. Okay, and even if she is on TV, she gets a freaking squash match that I wonder, like, does she have anything going on right now? Because it tells you something when you have to pull somebody from an entire different promotion to have a good match on this show, because every other women's match we've seen, mostly in AEW, looks like bullshit. Okay, last Wednesday, that was great. I want to see more of that. Tonight was good too. Don't get me wrong.
Don't get me wrong. And I think the only reason why we feel like that, Bryce, is the reason why we feel like that, because it didn't live up to the hype. You know what I'm saying? We were hyped up for Thunder Rosa coming from NWA, and we was like, oh my god, man, because Shida, I respect Shida as a performer in the ring. I don't think she have I don't think she have any type of personality, but I respect her in ring ability. She is good. So I think it's like, man, you pair her up with Thunder Rosa, that gotta be a good match then. Like Bryce just said, it never came out of first gear. And I just gave Hikaru Shida a good amount of praise. But here's the downfall right here, people. She did not hold her own against Thunder Rosa. She did it. Thunder Rosa carried Shida in this match. Usually you will be seeing Shida carry a lot of people in the AEW. Thunder Rosa carried Shida in this match. Yeah, because she really did.
Because Thunder Rosa looked way strong out there more than her. She really did. And I knew Thunder Rosa wasn't really going to win.
No.
But she looked way better than Sheeta in this match. She really did.
Especially once you heard AWA coming back for a second season, you knew that she wasn't going to win this match.
AEW's been signing their talent anyways.
Yeah.
So like, Ricky Starks and Eddie Kingston and whatnot. I still think it's going to be some invasion angle. I kept thinking that.
They could probably do one better than the WWE.
Possibly with the NWA and what. I would like to see Magnus or James Storm or Eli Drake. And
I even would like to see them invade AEW invade NWA too.
I would like to see that. But
I would love to see that too. Just out of nowhere, we watch it at show, and then we see that shit.
Because last time I checked, NWA was working with Ring of Honor. I think they're still working because Marty was there.
Scrooge,
Yeah, the head booker. I always like to say that, the head booker. Head booker, Ring of Honor.
But yeah,
if he still is the head booker.
Yeah, she won, retained the title, and it was a good match. Yeah, I wouldn't say it was the best match of the card, but it was a good match.
It was good. It's like I say, I just think Thunder Rosa looked better. That's what I would say.
Yeah, always.
Because Thunder Rosa, you said is don't be surprised if would you say Triple H would try to pick her up.
I would say that's what I would say because here's the thing, I really think that she could be marketable. I think you could put the title on her. You could put her. You could put her on the forefront of the women's division.
Oh yeah,
any other women's division, Raw, SmackDown, or NXT. Very
good wrestler, good gimmick. She's hot. She's very hot. What else? The Thunder Rosa almost kind of has the whole package in a way.
Yeah, the whole package. It's unfair.
She's good on the mic.
It's unfair.
Even that little group she was doing with Melina and Marty Bell, I like that too.
She stood out in that group, and then you talk about setting it out, and she stood next to a veteran in the game, Melina.
Yep.
Yeah, you stand out in front of when you standing next to her, you know you are good. You good,
and you were looking forward to that match NWA in the Crockett Cup also with
Cheetah. Me too. Because here's the thing, I liked the storyline. I just think they rushed it too quick, but I really liked the storyline. But good match.
It was good. It was good. It just in a way it didn't get out of first gear in a way, and it was a good match. That's all I could really say from it. Next, Kip Sabian and Penelope Ford announced they're getting married and it's gonna be on AEW and they're looking for a best man. But let's talk about the shot at WWE.
Oh man, they had
the Twitch thing.
Yeah, they fired the shot.
Oh, and it didn't take them that long, like they've done in the past.
But I was just on Facebook earlier when we was watching AEW All Out. When we were watching All Out, I was on Facebook, and those fanboys came out to play tonight because as soon as somebody had mentioned it was I forgot what who I was reading, but They was like, oh man, it didn't take long for AEW to take the shot at WWE. That was the headline. That was the what they were saying.
Yep.
And so everybody came. Oh man, he been plugging his Twitch account for forever. So
when
they look, Bryce. Let me get to that. I ain't gonna even lie to you. At first I didn't think of it either, but they saw Shorby Proof. They saw Shorby Proof. You know where he was plugging it at though? Twitter. In the crowd.
Oh, okay. I must have didn't see it. I didn't see it.
Come on now.
I wasn't paying attention to the crowd that much.
They talking about he would plug it on dark or he would plug it in the crowd. So they had showed me little pictures that he in the crowd. He had a sign up like that. Like, so you trying to compare 2 or 3 seconds where the camera is just panning around the stadium for 2 or 3 seconds compared to a national TV spot he just had. That was a national TV spot.
Yeah, all paid for by AEW.
All paid for by AEW. No, they never put that under him when they showed him in the crowd. So that's what I was just thinking. Like, when they so quick to take up for him and talk about he was doing this. Why everybody think they thinking about WWE? They are.
Why wouldn't have done this shot? And it was very timely in how quick it was too, because we already know about the whole Vince or WWE saying that, a lot of wrestlers can't use these third-party platforms like Twitch or YouTube and what's the other one called? What's the one with the video messages? Cameo or whatnot.
Yeah, Cameo, yeah.
And everything, because they don't want to make money off of that. Not from their character names, but from their real names and whatnot. I looked up a little into it, and yeah, it is kind of messed up and everything, because you kind of mess with these people's money and whatnot, especially during this time.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of wrestlers that do have these pages and sit and play video games or do other stuff on YouTube. But I don't know. I'm trying to look at it from at the same time from like the contract thing with WWE, because once you sign with them, you're still signing your real name on it. It's just the character name they give you on the show.
So they still own your real name.
Because some people say, "Oh, what's going to happen with Xavier Woods is up, down, down." I think Woods going to be okay, because I think WWE owns that or something now.
Right. I think WWE owns up, down, down.
And as long as he's been around on YouTube and whatnot, I think Woods will be okay. He gonna be all right.
Yeah.
Everybody else, I don't know. They got 30 days to comply, but it's like I said, when I read it yesterday, like, oh, Vince is the devil. He's the devil.
Yeah.
And he shouldn't be doing this. And which you can't own the people's real names, but I guess apparently it's some contract thing. I don't know. This is just kind of going what I'm reading, and I've listened to a couple opinions on this. So I'm trying to look at this from a business perspective at the same time, then looking, from a regular fans perspective. It is kind of messed up though, but I don't know what's gonna happen. Once again, somebody told me tonight, does the roster have a problem with it? Are they gonna do anything about it? Because it's either that or they're just gonna go along with Vince says and mutter to themselves about it, unless they stand up to him, the whole roster, like a unanimous thing.
I don't think that will happen.
You don't think it's gonna happen?
No, because shoot, if they didn't make a union in all these years, I know damn sure they not gonna stand up to him. Nobody has, so I ain't even about to.
Unless it's a big star, then maybe they can convince him. I don't know. They got 30 days, so we'll see what happens. Yeah. But yeah, with the AEW doing, this was a clear shot.
A clear shot.
Clear shot. They could help themselves.
The target was Vince McMahon and Triple H.
that was the clear shot. Larger shot than when Cody had the sledgehammer and the throne, and he's got that vendetta.
Right. Man, I even heard them say that wasn't even a shot. Yeah,
dude, that was a clear shot.
Clear shot.
A sledgehammer, the throne, the King of Kings, Triple H, Green. What more did you want?
You wanted him to put Triple H on the chair? That's what you wanted? I'll probably still be like, oh, they weren't taking those shots. They were just 3 aces on the chair. Like, come on.
Dude, it's like when people say that Cody and Brandy are trying to be the new Stephanie and Triple H at the time.
Yeah. That's what they kind of remind me of, like a face version of them.
Even when they had them toy line, I remember they had a commercial. They had Cody holding a sledgehammer with Brandy standing next to him. I says, "Well, I know who the shot's taking there at."
Like, come on, y'all.
Come on. But moving on from that, 8-man tag. The Dark Order, Brody Lee, Colt Cabana, Evil Uno, and Stu Grayson with the rest of them out there and whatnot. Versus Scorpio Sky, Dustin Rhodes, QT Marshall, and it's Matt Cardona. It's Matt Cardona. It's Matt Cardona.
I thought when I first watched him,
funniest thing.
When I first watched that segment, when he first came back, when he first debuted on AEW, and JR was screaming his name, oh, it's Matt Cardona. I looked like who is this guy? Then he came out, oh, it's Zack Ryder. Oh, okay then. All right, my bad.
I'm like, who? Matt Cardona. Excalibur, like, it's Matt Cardona. I'm like, who?
It was Excalibur, because Excalibur is always the person who gotta scream out these people's names. Like, we know who these guys are. Like, remember what he did with that dude Luther?
Oh, it's Luther! It's Luther!
He from Japan or something like that. I forgot how he mentioned him. But I was like, we don't know who this guy is.
It's the Blade! It's the Blade! It's the Butcher! The Butcher!
Who? Like, I don't know who these guys
Even
is.
JR, remember, looked so confused. Even Shivani, like, who is he talking about?
And then they gotta go, he goes into these extensive, like, oh man, he did this and he did that, he did this and he did that. Like, he did this and that. somewhere else. We don't know who this guy is. Like Luther was some type of dude from death matches or something like that. Like what
I didn't even know who the fuck he was.
Yeah,
it's Luther. It's Luther. I don't remember. They say some Japanese deathmatch wrestler in the 90s. I think they said Jericho knew him or something. I don't even know. I'm surprised he's still there.
I had saw him on Dark not too long ago.
I didn't know he was still there.
Yeah,
I
they don't know what to do with him.
And this whole 8-man tag, honestly, was just whatever. Which, I feel bad for Scorpio Sky because even, like I said,
he was just lost to the shuffle.
Even my friend Steven said, like, where's that singles push he was getting? Where is it?
He get it, dude.
You're going against the Dark Order. You're on Dark. You lose to Cody in probably the shortest amount of time in that whole little open challenge thing,
even,
which
War
Horse there,
right.
Ultimate Warrior number 2 there, discount Ultimate Warrior.
He even got a longer match than you. How that happened, Scorpio?
Scorpio gets the shortest time, and I want Scorpio Sky to get pushed. I like Scorpio Sky.
Me too.
I keep saying he's a breakout star, but it's like, no, we gotta put him in this 8-man. And listen, this 8-man tag felt like a waste of time. You could have put this on the regular show. You could have just put Dustin versus Brody Lee on here for the title, and that would have made more sense, because right after the match, Dustin cuts this promo talking about, Cody's gonna be back, he's gonna get the title, but I'm gonna face Brody Lee for the title this Wednesday after he beat Colt Cabana in the ring, and now he gets a title shot. Why didn't you just do the title match right here tonight on pay-per-view? Why we gotta wait till the Wednesday show and whatnot? Because this match went long any freaking ways. How long was 15 minutes out there? What's going on?
Matches went long.
It was 15 minutes, and I was halfway paying attention to it. I got to talking about looking at my phone.
Yeah, me too. All three of us, actually. Me, you, and my cousin.
Man.
We just decided, man, skip it. We ain't gonna talk about this match.
I didn't really care. And then Colt Cabana's not having dissension after he was cool with the group, and now it's like, Brody Lee's mad at him because he lost out there.
How it looked, though.
Dark Order loses again, by the way.
The dissension is going to come, but I don't think it's going to come very soon. I think Colt still gonna be oblivious.
Just got there.
Right, he gonna be oblivious. Like, I'm still gonna follow all you, Brody. But other than that, I don't think the dissension gonna happen just that quick. But at the same time, I don't understand the partnership. That's what I finally gonna get this off my chest. Why is he a part of the Dark Order? I just don't understand it. I never understood
Brody Lee's
why
trying to help his career.
Help your own career first.
Listen, man, I look at this group and they are so desperate and trying to get them over. And trust me, I've shitted on this group a lot, calling them the Dork Order and other names and whatnot. I called them Bootleg Ministry of Darkness at one point.
They do. They look like the Great Value version of them.
And they lose all the time. And like tonight, they lost again. They lost. And even...
Who took the pin, Sue?
No, Cabana lost.
What?
Yeah, Dustin hit the roll up on him. Roll up. You didn't see that, did you?
No, I see. That's a part of I missed. I thought Sue Gracie. That's why Sue was in the match, right? And that's what I thought. That's what I thought in my head, that Sue was in the match because he's going to take the pin.
It was Rhodes. He rolled up Cabana out there and won the match. So that's how Rhodes won. And and I look at Brody Lee sometimes, I still think he got miscasted and he's trying his best to get this over, but even some people I know will tell you that maybe Vince McMahon was right in getting rid of this guy because he's exposed.
You finally been exposed, Brody, because here's the thing. You wanted to talk more in WWE, Vince didn't give it to you. It's a reason why probably Vince didn't give it to you. I'm not really into your promos. I never was into you when you was in the ring. I never was into any of your matches. I ain't never said I wanted to actually watch a Wyatt family match outside of Bray Wyatt.
Orton.
You know what
he had a good match with Orton.
You talking about Luke?
Yeah.
I mean, it's Orton.
It's Orton.
You're right, it's Orton. Orton gonna dance with you.
And the thing with Brody Lee is he looked more intimidating when he had a wife beater and jeans on.
Yeah, you got this suit and stuff, and then
Vince too. He was in the suit. He's Vince too. He was Vince too.
And your gear suck. I'm sorry, your gear suck. Your whole the gimmick sucked. I just not into Brody Lee.
I think if they had him debut on his own, I think it would have been better. Even I thought the promo he did last week, he was at least fired up and whatnot.
Yeah.
And I didn't mind that. And, introducing, trying to announce the group and, Anna J 99, which, let me get into that real quick, which I see everybody online wanted to bitch about JR tonight because,
just about
the wardrobe malfunction.
Yeah.
And then everybody, I don't know who posted on Twitter, but they just started bitching about JR and complaining that, how dare you say this about this woman? And because I didn't really know, I heard him say it, but then my friend Steven had told me that JR trying to cry cop a feel on Anna J right there and whatnot. Who doesn't want to hit that? Okay, she's hot.
I'm sorry
nice
people.
Too.
I'm sorry people that some of us can't just live in a bubble and pretend like we can't see beautiful women. Like, we gotta pretend like beautiful women is just oblivious to us and we don't see them and we can't use our eyes. And sorry people. As soon as I even see one, it pops in my head. Oh, okay, she pretty. What I'm supposed to do? Just combine and compress those thoughts. Compress them, Kyle.
and I looked on Twitter. He did respond back to it. He said like weak humor, but he told people to, lighten up, basically. Okay, like even it's like lighten up or get a life or whatnot. Because I just looked in some of his Twitter comments when he posted that, and they said, "Oh, this man is nearly 60, 70 something years old," and he said it's about a 20-something-year-old and whatnot, and I'm just seeing these virtue signalers and what they call them, what was it, the SJWs, a lot of people say now, and they were just so mad he said that. Listen, I get it, in the Attitude Era, I know it's different times nowadays, in the Attitude Era, nobody would have batted an eye, especially if Jerry Lawler said that or whatnot.
First of all, that would have been so tame if it was an Attitude Era. That would have been so tame. And he tried his best to tame it too, to the point that he didn't want to say what he really probably wanted to say for real.
Yeah, and I didn't even, and you know what? I didn't even think it was that bad of a line. I was just kind of whatever about it, but folks was just getting so sensitive, and I just read some of the stuff in his Twitter, once he posted that up, telling people to lighten up, and they was like, "How dare you say this about this woman?" Even people that responded like, "Get a life already!" Like, just virtue signalers, just motherfuckers was bitching. Probably never been around a woman themselves before.
Probably so. That's what it is.
And whatnot. And
that's what it
like
is.
I said, I get it's different times and everything, but dude, was it that serious to complain about online? I didn't know it was that bad until I looked on Twitter and folks was just, oh, he shouldn't have said that. He did blah 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 and this and that. Like I said, if this was the Attitude Era, nobody would have batted an eye. Right now, dude, you say anything, you say a woman is hot, your ass will get crucified. Or the so-called cancel culture and everything. Oh, you shouldn't have said that. Dude, okay, I don't really blame him. Dude, I would have wanted to hit that myself. Okay, she is hot. All right. Yeah. So I just thought it was funny, really, because one, it was kind of a funny line he said, but at the same time, it's funny because I didn't think that many people were going to bitch about it that bad. I already saw people online saying, fire JR, take him off commentary. I'm like, are y'all on coke or something?
Yeah,
y'all niggas need to shut the fuck up.
They are.
I'm like, that's just bitch. That was just bitching at that point. Yeah. So I just thought it was a waste. But this 8-man tag, though, in general, this didn't really need to be on the pay-per-view.
It should have been on AEW Dark. Shoot, you should have put that on Dark.
Yeah, you could have just did a title match here, have Brody Lee go over, have him beat, Cody's brother. It would have made sense. But we have to get everybody on TV, a pay-per-view. So this was just an ordinary 8-man tag match. This is basically what this was. And now you got to wait till the title match till Wednesday. So this didn't really make a lot of sense. It really didn't. So that's all I got to say about that.
Yeah.
What's next? Tag team titles on the line. Kenny Omega, Hangman Page versus FTR.
Now, folks, this was the best match of the night. Next to the main event, this was it. Like we said, all 3 title matches was the best matches. We're going to get to this, but this was a good one.
This was good. They looked like they were ready for a main event. I feel like Hangman Page got that Shawn Michaels leather traps kind of thing going on right now and whatnot. But I did enjoy this match. They've been telling a story for many months now with dissension in the Elite and whatnot, and this was not bad. I will say that. It was pretty long. I didn't know this match damn near went 30 minutes. That took up mostly the entire hour of the show. I didn't really notice that, but I thought this was good. I just felt like maybe it went on a little bit too long. The finish, though, with FTR doing a double, Mind Buster, Power Driver, 2 of them, by the way, on the Hangman, getting the pin after they chop blocked Kenny and took his legs out and whatnot. So, I figured it was going to be new tag team champions anyway.
Yeah, we were ready for new tag team champions anyway. We was all ready for it.
Yeah, we've been waiting for this. Kenny Omega and Hangman, they beat everybody. We know it's been some type of dissension and kicking out the Elite and whatnot. But, with FTR winning, even leaving the beer for Hangman, saying thanks and everything. And Kenny, who, his leg mysteriously healed, by the way, and stopped selling.
I mean, man, that chop block wasn't that bad.
Didn't they drag and screw you and your leg 2 times?
Right, drag and screw you twice and chop block you.
Yep.
And you still, by the time after the bell ring, it seemed like the bell just heals your leg.
Yep, because when Kenny, he hit the V trigger on the Hangman, accidentally knocking him out, and
that's what
FTR took him out then, and then he got a desk then for some reason, which I was wondering, it was a desk. I thought it was gonna be a chair. Where
did you get the desk from? Right,
that was kind of strange. Why does he have a desk in his hand? I didn't get that. And then, like he was going to hit Hangman.
He was teasing, right. He was teasing like he was going to hit Hangman.
He was walking regular, though. Did not sell. But Hangman was falling on the ground. And I thought we all thought he was going to turn on him, which, in all honesty, Kenny needs to turn heel. He needs to be the cleaner. I've said this too many times now in the past. It's a tale of 2 different Kenny Omegas nowadays. Yeah. It's this one, and then there's the cleaner that was in New Japan. It's 2 types of them. And
yeah.
Trust me, I'm not really the biggest fan. I need him to turn heel because I'm really no fan of this face Omega. No. I'm really not.
No, I'm really not. I never really got to experience a good Kenny. Like everybody else talking about Kenny and everything. I never got to experience that. But, my bad. But, I need to experience something that everybody was hyping up this guy back in 2017, 2018.
Yeah.
That's when I was really hearing his name ring a bell. And I was thinking to myself, somebody gonna have to show me something now.
The matches with Okada.
Now, he not that Kenny that y'all talking about.
Yeah, because I'm I even say, I don't know this nigga, man. I
don't know this nigga. Who is he?
Yeah, because even I said this earlier, it's a far cry, and like I said, my friend Steve said this, a couple weeks ago. It's a far cry when you're selling the Marco stunt out there, and weren't you it's almost like this is the same dude that beat Okada a few years ago in a 65-minute match that some say that was one of the best matches of all time, and finally beat him for the IWGP title, and now you sell him to this 4-foot midget for this indie bullshit mutt show, whatever the fuck this was. What the fuck is this, man? You was the shit 2 years ago. What the fuck happened?
What happened to you?
And I like how people say, "Oh, it's a slow burn. It's a slow burn. It's a slow."
How long this slow burn gonna happen? It been a year, people. It about to be a year. This slow burn. That's a slow. This is slowest burn I've seen.
Maybe 3 good matches in AEW.
I'll say. And 2. And he been on. He been on AEW Dynamite every single Wednesday.
And Pac was one of the only other good ones, and maybe that tag match at Revolution.
We talking about Pac.
Yeah,
Pac. Come on now.
Pac, and Pac's a shit. Hey, trust me, we wish he was back also.
Right. If you can't have a good match with Pac, it's on you.
It was good though. I'm saying it was good. I'm not shitting on it. It was good though.
Right.
But
I watched the match.
It was good, but like I say, it's a whole. Like I say, it's a tale of 2 different Omegas, man. Yeah. The one in New Japan, but I've said this before about Kenny Omega. When he came to AEW, he had to dumb his style down for these guys. Because in New Japan, you was going against high caliber motherfuckers over there like Okada Naito,
Yeah.
Ibushi, Tanahashi, and others, Ishii and whatnot. But now you over here.
You came over here. You
got to change your style up
because it's the AEW got the run of the litter when it came down to the wrestlers. Everybody who was good already was signed with somebody already. So you only got the run of the litter when you got to pick the free agent. You got to pick the free agent like, oh shit, it's kind of this how I compare it. AEW kind of reminded me of the expansion teams when they first come into the league. They don't have really any players to pick from for the free agents. It's like you only go get all the guys who people who haven't signed them yet. It's the reason why people haven't signed them yet. Joey Janela, it's the reason why nobody signed him. You know what I'm saying? Like,
true.
It's like you thinking, oh man, we got Joey Janela. Like, it's the reason why WWE never signed him. It's the reason why Impact didn't go after him. It's a reason.
Ring of Honor.
Ring of Honor, right? It's a reason why these guys didn't go beat down their doors because they not that good. I'm saying sorry. It's only a few of them, but here's the thing. You want to know what? It's only a few of them that's good, but you know where they came from? Either the WWE or New Japan. It's a coincidence? No, It's not a coincidence. It's a reason why your good ones came from these two companies.
Yeah.
Because these are the two best companies in the world. You know what I'm saying?
True.
North America with WWE and Japan with New Japan. They are the best in the world and when it comes down to wrestling. And so, I'm sorry, AEW really got the run of the litter. They got the run of the litter with the women division. That's why they suck.
Yeah, that's why we gotta get Brandy on TV one way or another. Just like tonight, she had to get a move in.
Right. Well, she got to have one move.
But didn't you say she came out smiling when they beat up her husband a few weeks ago?
Yeah, that was. Oh man.
They really didn't capitalize off of that hot angle on Saturday.
No, because that is flat. It's flat as it's flatter than 2-day pop. It's like nah. It's like for real. It's done now. You might as well just call it a day because once she came out there with that goofy. First of all, once you came up with this 8-man tag, it was done. It was done. First off, it was done because now you basically telling me like skip Cody. They came for Cody. No, they did it. All right,
they did it.
They did it. Scorpio Sky, where the fuck he been? I mean, where did he just come from? Somebody, I'm helping Cody. You ain't even a part of the Nightmare family.
Matt Cardona.
I can see him helping Cody because that's how they built
and Dustin, it's his brother.
But what did I saw like?
And QT, which you don't understand why he's even in the ring sometime.
I don't. I would.
And Allie's there for some reason.
He reminded me of the job guy of the group. Like, you gonna be the one to take the fall. So,
basically.
That's all it is.
Yeah, because I don't even know why Allie's even in the group still.
Yeah,
because she's trying to seduce him or something. I don't know. And then, her and Brandy were a team, the Nightmare Sisters.
Yeah.
And I told you that the whole tournament was a waste of time.
Yeah, it really was. It really was.
I don't even know why they even did that tournament. I still never know why. What was the point? You can't even build the division singles. Why do we need tag teams now? Waste of time.
That's a specialty right there. That's a specialty. Tag team. I noticed that a lot.
And then Brandy and Allie made it to the finals, which I knew that was going to happen. And
that was just a cluster. Man, did
you see that match? Cameron in. Oh, God, I saw the first one, how horrible it was.
Man, no, I'm talking about the finals. The
bad.
Finals.
Bad.
That was horrible. I turned my back on that match. I was like, oh, yeah, it's done.
It was shit, and I like Ivelisse and Diamante, but it was shit.
Yeah, because they have to carry Allie and Brandy Rose.
And Allie could actually wrestle. I've seen Allie wrestle, but man, Brandy, good God! But hey, she's gotta get on TV one way or whatever that whole scam thing with the heel $50. Was it a month, year? I don't know what the fuck.
I don't know who is paying for that.
Oh, they're trying to get more women fans, though. But hey, they can't even book the women, but we can, exploit them, using this, whatever service this is.
Only women fans they're going to bring in, the only ones that already came in, already, who already know you already.
Yep, that's basically it.
Yeah,
that's basically it. But yeah, as I was saying, Kenny, he left and he told the Bucks like I'm done with this. It's your problem now. Got in the car and left. So he's pissed and everything about Hangman. So
which I didn't understand that part. You the one that feet trigger Hangman. You the one that got chop blocked. You the one that did that got hurt and couldn't help Hangman.
Yep,
it was you. So that's why I don't understand the booking of this of the angle. Because guess what, sir? You the one that costed the match, not Hangman. Hangman got pinned, but you the one that costed the match.
You V-triggered him.
Right. So if you didn't V-trigger him, guess what? You did. Yeah, the booking is all wrong.
And Hangman's been the drunk, but he's the one that got the most pops and looked more sympathetic. I thought he was the best person out of the Elite nowadays.
He gonna be. If AEW was smart, the Elite should be healed. A Hangman should be face.
Yep.
If the AEW was smart, because guess what? They've been pricks to him.
Yep.
Lately. Yeah, I understand. Last week, 2 weeks ago, you grabbed the man's legs and cost him the match. They came in there, they just basically cussed you out without cussing.
Kicked him out the Elite. Like I said before, because even I said, he's more over than them.
Yeah, way more over.
This guy was the bag carrier for the Bullet Club at one point. Now he became more over than them. That tells you something.
Yeah.
So yeah, it didn't make sense in some of the story.
He was a bag carrier for them overseas, right?
Yeah,
in Japan. You came over here to United States, and he built the gimmick where basically he developed a gimmick that most Americans could see themselves.
Yeah,
a cowboy, man. Wait, come on, that's straight up American.
He came out with a horse last year at All Out. I saw it myself. It's cool.
Yeah, there we go. Basic man. Of course he gonna get over. He basically doing an all American gimmick, basically a cowboy gimmick, and the Young Bucks. You really wasn't that over here. That's why y'all jumped y'all asses over there to New Japan.
Some say they weren't really over that much in Japan.
I heard.
And they were always kind of like the opening match or something, maybe for Wrestle Kingdom or something. And like Kenny, like that. Don't get me wrong, New Japan, like Kenny, that was their boy and everything.
Yeah,
the Bucks.
I would have never heard him over here if he wasn't that guy.
Yeah, the Bucks were kind of. I don't think they really respected the Bucks like that because he was kind of like the opening act in a way.
Yeah.
And what
they didn't respect him. They the curtain jerkers. Come on now.
Oh boy, the curtain jerkers.
Come on now. They the guys who gotta be the first ones to go out there.
Yep, definitely. Definitely work. I remember they opened up Wrestle Kingdom for like damn near 2-3 years at one point. So I can see why New Japan, like I said, Kenny was their boy. I think everybody else in the
touched the tag belts.
Oh yeah, they were the tag champions one time.
One time, huh?
I mean that's when the new president came in and they beat Evil and Sonata back at Dominion a couple years ago, but they lost. What did they do? They lost the titles to them. When did they lose the belts? Was it Wrestle Kingdom? I think they lost the belts to them, or no, they lost it to God back in one of the American shows.
I want to do some research.
Yeah. Go look it up. You'll see what I'm talking about.
No, not about that. I just want to see their matches. I just want to see at least 2 matches from New Japan.
Yeah, go check. Yeah, go check out on their website. Just type it in. You'll see some matches from them.
All right, cool. So what we on now?
What was next? Other than the whole Elite thing, yes, Chris Jericho versus Orange Cassidy in a Mimosa Mayhem match. I spit up my drink when Jericho called Orange Cassidy a main eventer. I spit up my drink laughing.
I had to bring it. Remember, I had to bring it to your attention. Remember, you weren't even paying attention to that, and I was like, he just called this guy a main eventer, and he said he thank him for in his promo. He said thank him for making him a main eventer. If we gotta thank you for a failed job, well, thank you because you failed.
Yep.
You completely failed. This man is not a main eventer. He will never be a main eventer.
I've said this about Orange Cassidy before, and even my friend Gerard that went on time to him, like, this guy needs to be a heel world champion and see how far he could go with it. And I'm like, you sure about that and everything? Which it sounded like he had an idea going at first, but I've said this about Orange Cassidy before. he is an acquired taste.
Yeah.
Okay? I like him to an extent.
Yeah.
You can't put the world title on him. Wouldn't make no freaking sense.
Man,
all right?
Let's start baby steps, first of all.
Yeah, I think he's he's one of the only funny guys I like on here.
Yeah.
And I don't think he's that bad.
No.
But this is just a guy that puts his hands in his pockets and was just doing the kicking little shin kick thing. And, you know, like I said, he's an acquired taste. And I look at this feud with Jericho, which I feel like it has gone way too long. I felt at one point, okay, maybe he's just going to do a short feud with Cassidy until they bring Mike Tyson in, and they were going to do the match All Out, which I thought would have been tonight, but no. But no, we've had to have 3 matches through this thing. And, you know, the first one, I'm like, okay, Jericho got the win, we can move on. But then second, they put on that botch fest of a match a few weeks ago. Yeah. And the finish looked so horrible. And people blame Jericho for that match and everything. First, it was overbooked. It wasn't really good. And the finish was bad. They blame Jericho for that.
They blamed the 30-year veteran. They blamed the 30-year veteran for it, not the guy who only been there for a few years. I mean, who only been wrestling for a few years in his life. They blame the 30-year veteran.
And listen, I know people call Jericho fat and everything. It's like sometimes it's like Jericho's like he's in shape one minute, then he's fat one second. I remember at Wrestle Kingdom, he still put on a great match with Tanahashi, but physique wise,
I remember that. You talking about earlier this year?
Yeah, back in January.
He was in the greatest shape.
Yeah, but then like after a couple weeks, he was in better shape.
He slimmed down. And right now,
he looked good at Revolution.
Right now, you talking about Revolution?
Yeah, when I was there, like he looked good.
Yeah, see, that was his slimmest this year. Yeah, because he been going through some crazy weight
kind of
this
up
year
and down
alone.
Type of weight and whatnot.
Because right now he's just stocky. Right now he not really like in shape. He just stocky. You can tell, you know.
And you know, I look at this whole match. Other than just people singing Jericho's theme song as usual, and whatever small amount of fans they have out there and everything, which I'm not going to go into the whole fan thing. I've already stated my point on it because Florida, that's why.
Yeah, right. But, Florida is one of the worst states in the United States when it comes down to the corona thing.
Oh yeah, definitely. But hey, people think I'm crazy though for some reason. But you know, other than people singing his theme song, the match itself was
it was good. I mean, not good. It was like you just said. Like you just said, Bryce. Perfect word. It was alright. Okay. That's it.
Honestly, I thought Jericho was gonna win, but you know he landed in that pool of mimosa. Like
I kind of figured that Orange was gonna win, Cassidy was gonna win though. Bryce, so here's the reason why.
Why?
The under stipulation. That's what made me. You even brought it up in one of your reviews earlier this month. That not this month. Like a few weeks ago when they first announced it. And you brought it up like this could be a way for Cassidy to win by just throwing Jericho inside the pool of
the mimosa,
yeah. And after that's for keep them from pinning or making him submit to Orange Cassidy. And I was like, yes, that could be it. And that's probably the reason why they did it, so they can have a match like that and he can win. And that's what it was. Orange Cassidy won.
Personally, I'm sick of this feud. I'm hoping it's over after this. Oh, boy. I've seen enough. I feel like ever since Jericho lost that title, the entire Inner Circle has been a joke the entire time. LAX just kept losing match after match, which they finally got a win the other night.
I thought the same thing Wednesday when I watched it. I'm like, oh, they finally won. Shoot.
On some edge and whatnot, because they take L's all the time.
All the time.
Jericho, in some sort of way, is almost like I don't want to say he's a running joke, but he doesn't look like a main event guy at, when he had the belt and everything. Jake Hager looks like he's going to a PTA meeting. Guevara is
somebody got the shovel for Jake.
Yeah, Guevara, and it's weird because all these guys like the top heel faction around kicking everybody's ass at one point. Now it just feels like I see them get their asses kicked more and more, or they look like a joke, and they get some type of heat, but they kind of come off as jokes nowadays. They really do. They come off like a joke. The commentary team was really trying to get this whole feud over like it was the shit, which it really isn't, to be honest. And even I was wondering, how long this going to keep going, man? Because we need to get Jericho back in the main event slot or something, because this just went on too long. And I'm hoping this was the end of this. You had the rubber match. Let's move on. And even some people said that the crowd didn't even look that interested tonight throughout this entire match.
The shine is coming off Cassidy. You know what I'm saying? The shine is coming off. The more that y'all present him as more than what he was getting over as, like y'all try to present him as a legit wrestler now. He wasn't getting over as a legit wrestler. He was getting over as the guy who put his hands in his pocket and kicked you with a chin.
Yeah, and trust me, I've been there live. People go crazy for him when he was doing that. I'll give him one thing: he can move. I'll say that, and he does a good job of holding his hands in his pockets and everything, but. Still, though, he's an acquired taste, like I said. And it's just when Jericho said, Orange Cassidy's the main eventer, I'm like, dude, you reaching. You reaching, though. You're reaching real hard right now.
He ain't even proved to be that he a main eventer.
The demo, because, this whole demo guy thing, like, yes, I'm bringing in the demo, which I'm sick of that demographic bullshit.
Yeah.
But that whole, he's a main eventer. I'm like, dude, really? Main eventer? Like I said, I spit up my drink when I heard him say that. I spit up my drink. So, I'm hoping this feud is over. I was just kind of whatever with this match. Like, all right, he fell in the pool of, champagne and orange juice or anything, which it's not like he fell into a pool of slop or something that disgusting or whatnot. That's kind of clean when you think about it. So... It's just orange juice and champagne, so it's nothing. I'm surprised this was the co-main event of this show. This was the co-main event of this show. Think about that.
You should have figured that it was.
It's Chris Jericho. It's Chris Jericho,
and that's one of the longest feuds that they have so far. You
yes, that is one of the longest ones.
Yeah.
But moving from that, we get finally to the main event
people
of the entire show. Jon Moxley, MJF, AEW World Title on the line.
Oh, yes, it is. Man, it started off slow to you. I mean, slow to me. Did it start out slow to you?
A little. I thought it started off good, which, I guess I could say one thing for the match. Like, we saw when Jon Moxley came out through, the stands and whatnot. And you saw that one thing look like he tried to touch him and security dropped his ass.
The security tackled him real quick. All I saw was flaily arms. I hit in the camera, in the corner of the camera. And Moxley just looked at him and walked away. I was like, oh yeah. That was a good one.
And even Mox had to look at himself like, the fuck was that?
Yeah,
like, dude, you can't touch the rest, especially right now.
Now, right? Come on now.
You really can't touch the wrestlers right now.
That's not go crazy now.
Yeah, like security got his ass quick. They dropped his ass like, get your ass over here. Like, fuck is you doing? And got him. But the match itself between MJF and Mox, though, this was good. It was probably the best thing on this show. The main event. I thought it was solid.
I really did. I thought it was solid too.
We know Mox couldn't use his, paradigm shift, Death Rider, whatever you want to call it. And it was good. Like I said, it was a very good main event. I know MJF had got the upper hand over Mox once his arm landed on the apron, which commentary brought up also how he had that infection, like staph infection, which he had surgery last year, which was a good call on that too.
Yep.
And MJF focusing on the arm because Mox was kicking his ass throughout a lot of this match, even throwing him into the turnbuckle, having him bleed and everything. And this was good. Even him with a Gotch style power driver, Suzuki style or whatnot. MJF getting out of that. Like I said, MJF was focusing a lot on his arm, trying to put the salt of the earth onto him and everything, and stomping on his arm, which he got the upper hand of him. And even when they start going back and forth punches and everything, Mox still even trying to go for that paradigm shift, but the referee, oh no, you can't do that. You signed the contract and everything. So Mox was able to pretty much take him down and everything. And you talk about how smooth, what's the name did? What was that move with was it MJF when he got him to a sleeper or something?
Yeah, I love how that move, how he transitions to that reversal. Came down into that one knee, it came back up, and boom, put him in that sleeper. I like, oh yeah, that was a smooth reversal, very smooth.
But then MJF grabbed the ref, he low blowed him then while the ref wasn't looking. He went for the pin, and then he hit a crossroads on him, but nope, still not happening. And MJF was gonna go for the pin again, but Wardlow got up. Yelled the referee, threw that diamond ring in there, but when MJF finally got the ring on, Mox caught his ass and hit him with the paradigm shift and pretty much got the pin. After the ref looked around, Wardlow looked surprised. 1, 2, 3, Jon Moxley is still the AEW World Champion.
That was a good call to keep the belt on Jon Moxley, especially after earlier today when we saw the Who Won the Battle Royal.
Archer, and then the other night, Mox beat up not Mox, but MJF beat up Mox the other night and had him bleed all over the place on Dynamite. And
right, so you already knew.
Like, both of these guys were undefeated and everything, but you knew Jon Moxley was going to retain, and this was a good... I actually liked the ending. It was good. It does give MJF something to complain about now, because Wardlow fucked up, and you just look at Wardlow's face like, it's one of those, at this moment, he knew he fucked up.
Hey, for the people, like for the MJF fans and everything, don't look at it as he not going to be back in the world title hunt. He going to be there. He going to be a world champion.
Oh, he has time.
Ain't no ifs or buts about it. He's a top guy. Now, if Jericho want to say who's the main eventer, he's the main eventer. Real talk, that MJF is a main eventer right off the bat.
Yeah, he's one of the best things on this show.
Right.
That I actually do like.
And so it was a good call for him to lose that match, because here's the thing. How many good baby faces do you have? That legitimate baby faces, like that people want to gather behind. Like, you haven't really, I say, to be honest with you, you like the Jungle Express. Yeah. I kind of iffy because of Luchasaurus. I love Jungle Boy. Now, yes. Jungle Boy could be a great baby face. You know what I'm saying? Who else could be a good baby face?
Who else? Darby
Allin, a good baby face. But what y'all don't really, we just have to put names out our ass just to give y'all name for good baby faces. It's a ton of heels right now that good. So I'm gonna say, keep the belt on Moxley, have a heel take the belt, and then another babyface take the belt. Then MJF could come in the picture. But always keep MJF. Don't get him no more than that one loss, though, right now. Don't get him no more than that one loss. That one loss is good.
Do you think it's a good time now that, I guess, the breakup of Wardlow and MJF is coming?
No, it's too early. Too early. Oh, I barely even see these guys.
Yeah, we haven't really seen much of them. They've been doing the campaign and thing, and I think it would be too early.
Yeah, it's too early. I never heard. First of all, I never heard Wardlow talk. You know what I'm saying? I need some characters out of Wardlow before the
He's just a bodyguard right now,
right before the dissension. Because here's the thing: the best dissension storyline I ever had. I mean, that I ever seen was the dissension of Batista and Triple H. That was the best one I ever seen.
Oh, yeah,
it was a slow build to it. It came from before Royal Rumble, after the Royal Rumble. Even that was a slow build. And Batista started showing a little bit more personality after a while. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I wouldn't pull the trigger on Wardlow and MJF.
Not yet.
No.
Because now I feel like they're gonna be doing that.
I hope not. Soon. I hope not. And see, here's the thing. I want to know who Wardlow is. I want to know who Wardlow is. I don't know who Wardlow is. I don't know who he is. I know who MJF is, but I don't know who he is. And it wouldn't even make sense. I mean, I wouldn't even care if they did have a dissension. I'd be like, okay, he just let go of another body. That's all I would be thinking. Like, oh well, he would probably dead weight anyway. You know.
True. True. So yeah, like you said, I don't think it's time to really break them up yet, but it looks like maybe some type of slow burn going with it right now. But I just think it is too early. And, you know, with MJF winning the title, I don't think it would have been that good if it was him versus Lance Archer also.
No, it wouldn't. Because 2 heels and 1 heel.
Archer is the killer out there.
Yeah, so he'll have to kill MJF. Yes. But I think that's your new world heavyweight champion though, Lance Archer. What you say?
Against Mox, I get this is technically a Wrestle Kingdom rematch because we have seen these two face each other before. You know, for the U.S. title and everything. I recommend people go back and look that match up from January.
You talking about that match?
Yeah, Wrestle Kingdom. Archer and Mox.
Paradise shipped up to a table.
Yep, that was brutal. Yep, you had a Death Rider and everything. So go back and look at. So technically, it's kind of a rematch when you think about it, because they did have something going in Japan at that time, and everything. So, like, I think that was like Archer's last match in Japan before he came over to AEW. So it's a more interesting feud. Do I think Archer will win the belt?
Moxley been a champion for the better part of the year.
Yeah, February he won it.
Right.
So I don't know, man. It could be. It could be. I'm not really sure. I really do believe Archer. I'm glad they got Archer in a better position now, because beforehand they were really fucking up with this guy. They honestly were after Cody, but now it looks like they got him back in something better, because who else would have been facing Mox? He already beat Cage.
Right.
I'm trying to
wish they dropped. Wish I would have never booked that at all.
Still got the FTW title though, carrying that damn FTW belt.
The crazy part about it, when he did that, when he made Cage lose. I mean, not even made.
Yeah, they threw the towel in.
It's just, I just would not book that. That was just not smart at all. Yeah, it's like Cage. I know you had it out saying, "Oh man, the bicep injury, all that stuff." I understand that, but here's the thing: he's a big killer, and you were supposed to present him as such. I would have never had him win the ladder match. That was just one thing I would have never had him do.
On his debut.
Yeah, I would have had somebody who was established. You get what I'm saying? Somebody who was already there that could take the L if he could take the. I mean, if you wanted them to take the L, they could afford taking the L. Cage could not afford taking that L to Moxley. He just could not do it.
Yeah, and I think that out was just the whole throwing the towel thing in and whatnot, because I'm trying to see, because at first I felt like Mox was just beating up all the big guys they had.
Yeah.
You beat up Brody Lee, he just gets in the company, he gets a title shot already at the pay-per-view? What the fuck?
And you wipe the flow with him right there. Moxley, Cage, wipe the flow. What about Cobbs?
Jeff Cobb.
Remember Cobbs? He beat him
Cobb
too.
Was only there for like one match, and that was a roll. And then, it's so funny, they faced like a week or two later in Japan and during the G1. And I think he still beat him there too, clean also.
It's like nobody believe in Cobbs or something.
I like Jeff Cobb, but he's still in Ring of Honor. Well, he's on the New Japan Strong show right now, but I think he's still in Ring of Honor.
He kind of remind me of Taz a little bit.
Jeff Cobb?
Yeah,
I've heard that
like
comparison.
A bigger Taz.
I've heard that comparison.
Yeah,
I've heard it a couple times. So yeah, it's like who else you really put Mox against next other than Archer right now? I'm trying to see who else.
That's why they just threw Archer out there.
I'm trying to see who else. I'm really trying to see who else on that list can you put him against.
Nobody.
You beat Kenny already, which they already got something different going on with that. So yeah, it's hard to tell who he could be. Some people actually thought what's his name would have debuted tonight on even in that battle. Rusev, Miro. People thought he would have been coming in.
I heard that he said he was done with that. Done with wrestling.
Really? I don't know. I know he's on Twitch, but I haven't really heard. I didn't know if he was still wrestling in that.
Yeah. But yeah, overall, this was a good show. I mean, not a good show. It was overall. It was a 3-match show. That's all it was. It was a 3-match show, and all 3 of them had titles connected to them.
Yeah.
The Tag Team Championship, the Women's Championship, and the World Heavyweight Championship. That's the only 3 matches that were good. what could come close to them, the Mimosa, well, how do you pronounce that?
Mimosa Mayhem.
Yeah, Mimosa Mayhem match. Yeah. That could be the closest one. But other than that, like every other match, then I did like 8-man tag. I did like it. The first match I did like the tooth and nail match. I definitely didn't like it.
Yeah. Well, y'all know what the booker is. Everybody says it's a show. Or creative, Tony Khan and whatnot.
Yeah.
Somebody said, was he on vacation tonight or something?
Yeah, he must be, because this sucks. That was a bad. And then the pay-per-view felt like a marathon.
It did. That's what I was about to say. If you was about to ask my thoughts about the show, it was a marathon. It went on and it went on. It felt like I was sitting there longer than 3 hours. It looked like, even after when it got to 2 hours, I felt like it was 3 hours.
Yeah.
It wasn't that. It was just like, I'm waiting for the next one. I'm waiting for the next one. It was going on and on and on, and I felt like I was almost there forever at one point, given the time of this show. Because when you think about it, yes, it was mostly a 3-match show, okay?
Yeah.
And my thoughts on it is this. I don't think it was a really good show. I honestly don't. Because right off the bat, like you said, you start off with a dentist match. That was horrible with Swole and Baker. Basically cinematic style. Young Bucks and Jungle Express, spot fest, okay? It was a spot fest. Usual Young Bucks match. The Casino Battle Royale, damn near motherfuckers dying out there. Matt Sydal nearly kills himself.
Matt Sydal was the best part of the match. That's how bad that match was. Matt Sydal botch was the best part of the match.
Yeah,
other than
he's
that,
infamous now.
Other than that whole match wasn't good.
Is he under contract? I'm assuming.
I'm assuming, yeah.
I'm going to assume he's under contract, so we'll see.
You can't never assume with these guys. It's like they just show up at 1 minute and they won't show up. I guess they did sign them, you know?
Yeah, we've seen that before. Darby being thrown into a fucking body bag. That was kind of ridiculous.
A ridiculous spot.
Just, like I said, that blackout looked deadly. That was just, that whole battle royale low-key was all over the place and everything. Yeah. I still think the Lucha Brothers deserve better. Like they really do. The whole Matt Hardy and Guevara thing was just...
Man, that was some
scary shit.
Yeah, that was scary.
Like I said, motherfuckers was damn near killing each other. It's like everybody was off tonight on this show.
Yeah, it was like...
A lot of people were off.
Yeah.
And I'm just surprised it still continued. I still believe it was an audible call. I don't think... Like I said, it's either that or Matt's really selling that well, because I don't think they would have rushed to the finish that easily. And whatnot, but... When he fell, that was very scary, which once they put the X on, I was like, oh man, he really fucked for real out here. So that was just whatever fuck that was. Like I said, you didn't really get the first legitimate wrestling match until the women's match, which I still think it was good, but it never really got out of first gear. And I think Thunder Rosa looked way better than Sheeta throughout this entire match.
Yeah.
It was good. I'm not trying to say it was bad, but it just looked like it never got out of the first gear of it and whatnot. Okay, the tag team match was very good. I expected a title change. Went a little bit too long, though.
Yeah. A
little bit too long, but there was a story behind it and everything with, the whole Elite thing and Hangman, so that wasn't that bad, but it just went on a little bit too long, okay? The Mimosa Mayhem, I was like, whatever at this point. It's like, the match wasn't bad from a, work rate and everything, but... Dude, I'm just sick of this fucking feud. I'm sick of this feud. It's ridiculous. I don't even think a lot of people cared out there who was out there. I think they all just wanted to sing along to Jericho.
The crazy part about it, I think this feud hurt Orange Cassidy's sock now. Remember, I was just telling you, the reason why people was really into the Orange Cassidy character, because he was a too cool for school character. It was like, man, whatever. Hey, dude, hey, whatever, that type of guy. He was like I hate to say this, Rob is my favorite wrestler, one of my favorite wrestlers, but he was like a knockoff version of Rob Van Dam to me, like without the athleticism and everything. Talking about his character as Then you know how his character was like, hey, whatever, like the Fonzie character
and everything.
Yeah,
Rob Van Dam.
You know his character, not his moves. That never.
Van Dam's on a different level.
I would never compare Cassidy in a ring with Rob Van Dam.
Even current RVD is still better.
Better, right? But I'm talking about his character.
Yeah, character though.
His character was a too cool for school type of guy. But now he cared about stuff now. You know what I'm saying? Now he cared about Chris Jericho, and now he want to whoop Chris Jericho. Cause it's kind of took him out of his element, and now we don't see him as the too cool for school guy no more. We just see him as just a regular old guy now.
I just still laugh when Jericho said main event star.
Yeah, Jericho.
That's reaching.
But he been reaching for the past few weeks since he been feuding with this guy. You know what I'm saying? He been reaching. Every promo he'd try to do the heel promo, but I still gonna prop you up type of guy.
Yeah, he's a heel, but he's kind of giving like, hey, those guys suck, but they're really good though.
Good though, right. And he won this match and he won that match, but he won't beat me.
Even when Jericho was on commentary like a week ago, it was like, hey man, I don't like those guys, but they're really good. They suck and everything, but they're top talent.
On commentary, he would constantly just, I'll try to do the heel thing, but I'm going to try to put the talent over.
Yeah, and I like Jericho on commentary, but I think he's probably the best thing on there on commentary. Yeah. But it's like, hey, you guys suck, but you guys, those guys are some top guys out there, I'll tell you what.
Yeah, I like what Tony put in some more extra money in your pocket just to say something like this, because you know damn well these niggas say
a lot of these guys. Yeah, I'm not sure with a lot of these guys. Okay, and what else? The 8-man tag, you could have just put that on AEW itself and been over. You should have just put the title match with him and Dustin and Brody Lee. Oh no, we gotta wait till Wednesday to do it. Okay, right. And like I said, the match was whatever. It was an 8-man tag. Dark Order loses again, and it's just like you knew other folks was going to get involved. So the match was honestly whatever to me, and folks want to bitch about JR. I've already spoken on that, so they can go fuck themselves for all I care. But this match felt like a waste of time. It was 15 minutes. It was 8 times. I don't even know why I got this much late in the pay-per-view, to be honest.
Right.
I'm surprised it went on that late. I'm surprised you didn't kick that off with the 8-man tag. Why'd you put that at the beginning of the show?
Because they knew they had a sinker in the beginning of the show. They want to get rid of that match first.
Yeah, because I was wondering, like, why did we wait so long to do this 8-man tag? And it was just a regular 8-man tag. Oh, now Cabana's having dissension with them and all that. So that was just kind of a waste. Oh, but we're going to do the title match Wednesday, though. You could have did the title match tonight, okay?
Yeah, that's all.
Why didn't you do that? That would have been a better idea.
Yeah.
And other than that bad 8-man tag, just whatever, the main event itself was good. I liked it. Yes. I thought the finish was good. I think that was mostly the best thing that kind of saved the show in a way.
Yeah, the main event.
The main event. That's basically saved it.
That was a very good match.
Oh, yeah, very good match. I enjoyed it.
I loved the finish because the finish was like one of those type of moments. Like, oh shit, dang, he got me. Like he found the loophole inside that contract. The loophole was that referee can't see anything.
Yep, and he ended up hitting the paradigm shift and he won. Ref never saw it, so he won. And him versus Archer will be in the future because Full Gear is the next show, they said, in Daly's place, which you can't really go anywhere else any damn ways nowadays. So you're only in Daly's place.
Right, Full Gear is the next one.
I don't know when that date is though.
I'll let you know if I want to do another one of those.
Yeah, because to be honest, like I said before, man, if it was not for this pandemic, I probably would have been at that show tonight like I've been for the past 2 years now. Okay? Like I said, I went to All Out back in 2018 because it was something different and it was in WWE and whatnot. It was a tough travel, but I did it. But then, after a year, I knew what I was doing, going back for All Out and everything. I had my brother with me at the time, too. But, I probably would have went again this year, and it would have been back in Chicago. I think they were trying to make it like an annual thing anyways. Like I was glad they just went to the Wintrust thing back at Revolution, because it only took me like damn near 15 minutes. I ain't had to travel all the way to fucking middle of nowhere. I'm in the heart of Chicago, okay? I'm right near downtown, and I live up around there and everything. So that was one of the easiest trips I ever got to when it came to wrestling and whatnot. Like, that was way easy. It's better than I got to travel all the way out past the city and, all that shit and everything. So, I don't know if they would have put it in Wintrust this year if it was Fall Out. They probably would have put it back at the Sears Center, because that's kind of like, where they started it and everything. So I probably would have been back there this year, and I would have hit a trifecta on it. But like I said, pandemic and everything, so that's why. But yeah, I probably would have been there. But overall though, I just don't think this was a very good show. It wasn't good. It wasn't that good.
No, it wasn't.
It was mostly like you said, it was mostly the 2 to 3 title matches that really brought it up. Everything else was almost like a gimmick match, or it was just very bad or very botchy, or folks nearly trying to kill themselves out there, or things that did not make sense throughout this show. Okay,
right.
So I don't really think this was a good pay-per-view. And how much did this shit cost? Like
$50?
Yeah, that's what I said. I remember they was charging that shit for like double or nothing. Like motherfucker, you think niggas got money like that right now to fucking pay? I ain't pay for that shit.
Right, I ain't pay for it.
I ain't pay for that shit. I know how to do this shit online. I've been doing it for I don't know long. Okay, so man, I wasn't trying to buy that shit. Okay, so I watched it and I enjoyed it. Well, I mostly enjoyed it, whatever I could enjoy out of it. But I just don't think this was a very good pay-per-view. I honestly didn't. It was like you said, a 2-3 match show. So other than that though, how long we been doing this tonight? 2 hours and 4 minutes, almost 5 minutes now. Well, I didn't think we were gonna go that long, but it was a lot to say about this show.
Yeah.
So any closing remarks?
Well, I just want to I want to say, like you just said, it wasn't really that good of a show. It got saved by the 3 matches. Really got saved by the main event. That's about it. Like I can't really say too much about this show.
Yeah, same here. I've already said what I've had to say and everything. It was what it was, but it just honestly wasn't that good. I may even go out on a limb and even say SummerSlam was probably better, or Payback last week and whatnot. They were almost some better shows. I know it's WWE, but even I thought they had a better outing than AEW tonight. So that's my opinion on it and everything. I just think it wasn't really that good of a show. I just really didn't. So that's my overall thought about it. But other than that though, we are done with this review. You got anything, tell them where to follow you on, or? Oh
yes, y'all can find me on Facebook at Kyle Coleman, and that's about it. Yeah. And me, follow me on Twitter at HoodedKnight890. Comment, subscribe, the whole 9 yards. Tell me, what do you think about this show? What do you just think about this whole audio? Like I said I was going to do a joint review one way or another, and I finally did it tonight. Okay, so what do you think about this entire show when it comes to All Out? Do you have any different opinions than what we had throughout this, for AEW? What did you like? What didn't you like? Did you think it was good? Did you think the show sucked? Like, anything that you want to think about this show, just comment on it, okay? But we are done from here. I will see you guys later. Of course, we'll probably mostly be back with a Raw review by Monday and everything, okay? So, yeah, it's me, the HOOD, coming here with the news and reviews. You know what I am, you know what I do. Stay in, all about. We are now done with this review of All Out. I'm out. I'll see you guys later. I got some editing to do. Peace out.